Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Windsor Aces Hockey in the Greater Metro Hockey League here on we-tv.ca. Tonight, it's the hometown Windsor Aces taking on the Tillsonburg Hurricanes here at 80 Knox Harman Arena. I'm Justin Prince here for tonight's action. In net for tonight for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes, as you've seen on the right side of your screen, was Raymond Smith. And tonight, for his third start of 2018-19, will be Zachary Uplegger. Zachary Uplegger has been having a good start to the season. A total of just 8 goals allowed with 69 total shots faced. That is about a save percentage of 8.84. Meanwhile, your officials tonight, the referees are Ken Wilson and Dave Fedek, with Tim Brooks as the linesmen for tonight's action. For tonight, the Windsor Aces will be wearing their cream, green, and yellow jerseys, while the Tillsonburg Hurricanes wear their blue, red, and white jerseys for tonight's action. Both of these two teams come into tonight's action at 80 Knox Harman Arena, both undefeated, both 2-0 to start off their campaigns for 2018-19. The Aces had a 3-1 record against Tillsonburg in their inaugural season in 2017-18. For Tillsonburg, they've had a very strong start for their campaign, including a 24-0 victory against London to start off the campaign. That included 9 goals from their top scorer that we'll get to in just a moment. But the opening faceoff's underway, though. Aces win the faceoff as we're underway from Windsor. The pass immediately picked off by Griffin Sinden. Puck flipped up in the neutral zone. Defenseman for the Aces move it back to the neutral zone. Going up on the attack, Coy Prevost. That shot goes off the side as the net comes loose, and we'll have a face-off. 19 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first. For the Windsor Aces, as mentioned, they are 2-0 to start off 2018-19, their first back-to-back for their 5-game home stint to start the campaign. The wins so far have against the Tottenham Steam and the North York Renegades. Winning the faceoff this time is the Hurricanes. Flipping across the boards will be Mitch Rando. Windsor keeps it in the zone. Flipped up to Prevost. That one poked away. Now trapped in the corner. Here comes the attack from Tillsonburg. It's a breakaway opportunity up the ice. Weaving to the left side. Scores! And the dynamite and the leading scorer for the Hurricanes, Ivan Bondarenko, scores his first goal of the game just over 40 seconds into the action. It's 1-0. For Ivan Bondarenko, he came into tonight as the leading scorer for the team, including a 9-goal game and a total of 15 total points in that season opener, as the faceoff is won by the Aces. Puck is inside the Aces zone as we're approaching just a minute into the action in Windsor, Ontario. If you're just tuning in, you're watching we-tv.ca for the Greater Metro Hockey League. Puck is tracked down this time. Rebound. Now the Aces have it. Up the ice goes Sean Gagnon. Gagnon still has it. This time poked away. Lee Rebound able to poke that away, now pressed against the boards. This will be passed alongside the boards to try and get it down to the teammate Dallas Ruth. Dallas Ruth flipped up across the neutral zone. Puck bounces off the backside of the stick of Nachidalenko. Now inside the Aces zone as the first line changes of the night happen here. Aces now moving up. This one flipped up by Zach Hardig. Up across the boards. Now pressed against the left side boards in front of the benches. It's a 2-on-2 now coming up for Tillsonburg. Chance on the left side wing. Net comes off its moorings and we'll have a face-off. Zachary Uplegger backed into the net. It appeared on that one, which drew the face-off there with 18:09 to go in the first. Real quickly, in terms of the goaltending matchup, in terms of Raymond Smith, the opposing goaltender has seen a couple shots tonight for Tillsonburg. He is so far 1-0 to start 2018-19. Faced 26 shots in that matchup against London. Quick shot, meanwhile, from the Hurricanes, as this one's passed across to the neutral zone. Chance on the left side wing. Shot covered up quickly by Smith. We'll have a face-off. As mentioned, the Raymond Smith was the goaltender in that victory to beat London 24-0 to start the 2018-19 campaign. Alex Sagers will go to the face-off dot for the Aces. Face-off will be won, though, by Griffin Sinden. Passed alongside the boards. This one goes to the neutral zone. Another 2-on-2 attack as Riley Ellis comes up. Passed off to Sinden. Sinden flipped up. That one doesn't reach his intended target. Back to Sinden. He shoots and he scores. Griffin Sinden with the quick goal makes it now 2-0 for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Both teams go for the quick line changes with that quick goal. 2 goals in the span of just over a minute. 2 minutes rather in this matchup so far. For Griffin Sinden, that will be his 8th goal on the season. Ivan Bondarenko had goal 14 earlier tonight. On the attack, meanwhile, here comes Blokin. Blokin pass towards the slot. The puck bounces around. It still bounces around as the net's off its moorings again. Real quickly, in fact, it looks like we might have a call on that one, drawing that whistle. And with that, both teams quickly going for the line changes. No one signaled to go towards the box here. So it appears it was the net, as we'll have a face-off. Face-off won this time by the Hurricanes. 17:23 to go in the first period. Up into the neutral zone it goes. Noah DeMello passed it up along the boards. Skating with it is Ruiz. Still inside the neutral zone. Bondarenko skates back. He now goes on the attack. Has 2 players with him. Trying to poke it away is Martin Koval's. That one passes off the boards. Aces try and pass it out of the zone. Still kept in the zone, though, this time by Tillsonburg. On the side goes Ruth. Ruth passes alongside. Moving towards the slot. That one caught and stopped by Uplegger. Will have a face-off. And when it comes to this main forward wearing number 49, Ivan Bondarenko, he came into tonight, as mentioned, with 13 goals, 8 assists, and was considered before the season started as the Dynamite. The Aces try and get it out of their own zone. Kept inside by Tillsonburg. Hurricanes going for a line change. The Aces will now reset. Pressure still being kept up, though, by Tillsonburg. Alongside the corners. Goes along to Sagers. Sagers can't keep the puck. That one poked away, meanwhile, this time from Dalton Brown. Aces still trying to get it across. Goes right to the stick of Sinden. Sinden tries to pass it to the slot. That one deflected up to the boards. Aces finally move it back to the neutral zone. Sagers can't complete the pass. This one bounces back to the neutral zone. Aces now go on the attack. Coy Prevost brings it up the left wing. He'll skate behind the net. 2 players set up on the point. He keeps it himself. Top of the slot. That shot's blocked. Picked up by the Hurricanes. Approaching 5 minutes into the first period, as that little deke doesn't work for Sinden. This one flips its way all the way back to the corner in the Tillsonburg zone. Windsor Aces go for a line change. This one moves back to the neutral zone, but intercepted this time. Yaroslav Blokin with the interception. Picked up, though, by Randell, who moves it back to Windsor zone. Back to the neutral zone. That one goes, and that will be icing. As you can see on your screen, 15-17 to go in the first period. Already a 2-0 game because of goals scored by Ivan Bondarenko, along with Griffin Sinden, the top 2 goal scorers and point scorers coming into tonight for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Facing up will be Alex Sagers for the Aces. Trying to win the face-off was Noah DeMello, but winning it is Windsor. Passed along to Gulen. Now alongside Koval. Koval able to find his man up the ice. Gilbo deeks. Gilbo's checked. 1 player goes wide. Shot goes across the boards. This one now pressing against the boards as Sagers tries to keep it for the Aces. Kept inside the zone by Koval. Flipped into the slot. Sagers with the shot poked away, this time by Randall. Pass up to the neutral zone, poked away but at center ice. Goes all the way back to the corner as Windsor resets. Bondarenko, pass it on back. The captain, Mitch Randall, brings it up the left side. Switches to the right wing. He keeps it now, poked away this time by Hartig. Kept in the zone. Olsen trying to pass it up the boards. Went all the way back to the neutral zone. Pass intercepted by Blokin. Blokin with the shot. Blocked by the sliding check. Able to slide for the slide poke check was Mitch Randall. 14 minutes to go in the first period in a 2-0 game as that shot rings all the way off the post as we have it called back. Both teams take advantage to go for line changes here as we go all the way back to the Tillsonburg zone. Ruled to be icing on that one. Face-off won by Tillsonburg. Passed up along the boards, intercepted by Campbell. Back inside the neutral zone, Gilbo can't keep it onto his stick as we drop just under 14 minutes to go in the first. Tillsonburg passes it up the glass again, and it will be a second straight icing in a span about 15 seconds. For the Windsor Aces, they're in their second season in the GMHL. Looking to continue a strong run so far in the league. They're 2-0 as mentioned for 2018-19. And we're 3-1 against Tillsonburg in 2017-18. Face-off won by the Aces. Quick shot by Olsen, flipped up into the mesh. We'll have a face-off. A grand total of 5 different players currently on the roster returning from that 2017-18 campaign. Koval, Blokin, Sagers, along with Campbell and Gagnon. Face-off won by the Hurricanes. Kept alive, though, by Sagers as that's flipped and missed the net. Goes to the point. Olsen with the shot. Flips across over the net. Checked in the boards as Sagers keeps the puck. He'll pass it behind the net. Tracking it down, Gilbo. Now into the stick of Tillsonburg, kept inside the zone by Prevost. Back across behind the net on the forecheck. Here comes the attack. Up the ice goes Rebel. Rebel pressed against the boards by Olsen. Olsen still trying to get the puck. Rebel still skates in circles. Still inside the Aces zone as the Aces have the puck. Dropping just under 13 minutes to go in the first. Possible 2-on-3 coming up for the Aces. Quick shot. That one goes off the pads as we'll have a face-off. As you see, that is Coy Prevost in his first game of the season for the Aces going into the net. And again, this will draw an error face-off inside the Tillsonburg Hurricane zone. Coy Prevost, first game of the season for him tonight for the Kimberley, BC native. Left-handed forward as both teams continue up their line changes. The face-off will be happening inside the neutral zone as now Tillsonburg wins the draw. Passed alongside. Flipped up to the sky to the neutral zone. Picked up by Goulin. DeMello's pass intercepted. Still bounces around the neutral zone. Now inside the Windsor zone. Tracked down by Goulin. Goulin's checked into the boards. Another race player checked into the boards this time as they continue to battle inside Windsor zone. One player down on the ice, Martin Koval, as the whistle is drawn, and Koval is down. Martin Koval down on the ice after what may have been some contact towards the slot. Thankfully for Windsor quickly getting up as he goes off to the bench. That'll reset things for a draw as both teams will take advantage for a line change with 12:17 to go in the first period. Martin Koval so far in 2 games played coming into tonight, 1 goal, 2 assists on the campaign, including a power play goal. As we'll face off in the neutral zone. Alex Sagers will go on into the draw for the Aces. He'll face off again against Griffin Sinden. And a discussion now between the officiating crew of Ken Wilson, Dave Fedek, and Tim Brooks involving some of the ice on the blue line. As you might see at the bottom side of your screen, the bottom center where the officials are, that would be, I believe, Tim Brooks, who is checking to make sure of the ice, making sure it's as smooth as possible for the conditions, to make sure it's not rough for the puck or the skates for the players. Face-off won by the Aces as we're back underway. Passed up to the neutral zone, flipped up. Gilbo able to get it across to Sagers. Sagers pressed against the boards as it goes on the corner. Kept inside the zone by Campbell. Sagers on the boards. Trying to pass it to the slot. Bounced off the skates of Prevost. Tillsonburg will move it back to the Aces zone once again as the defensemen try and track it down. Comes into the stick of Sinden. Now moving towards the slot. Quick shot. That one caught and stopped. Zachary Uplager with another quick stop brings an air face-off. 11:47 to go in the first. Once again, it's a 2-0 game right now for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. First time all season the Windsor Aces have been trailing for 2018-19. Face-off won by Tillsonburg. Puck ends up into the stick of Sagers. Sagers. Saucer pass off the boards, bounces off a stick. Gilbo, the pulled on back as that one's going to go back into the stick of Tillsonburg. Flipped up into the mouth meanwhile of Prevost. Coy Prevost heads off to the bench after that flip as Keegan Crawley tracks it and passes it. Tillsonburg will now try and go on the attack. Aces keep it inside the neutral zone. They continue to battle off and on tonight in the neutral zone. Blokin knocked off the puck on the deke. This one intercepted by Tillsonburg. Kept inside the zone once again as this is going to be moved up by Tillsonburg. They try and go on the attack. Ruiz tracked down by Olsen. He'll flip it across. Check against the boards. Approaching halfway to go into the first period at the 80 Knox Harmon Arena on we-tv.ca. Zach Hardick able to pass it back. Going for the line changes Tillsonburg. Kept inside the zone but flipped up across the blue line by the Aces. Party tracks it on. Intercepted by Gilbo. Gilbo waits. Hardick sets up top. Goes to the point. Quick shot. Hardick tries to get the rebound. Still shoving around. Goaltender on his bottom. And Tillsonburg able to bail out their goaltender and Raymond Smith. Saucer pass, meanwhile, deflected away. That was Cameron Wilson who tried to pass that one as it goes all the way back to the neutral zone. Windsor goes for the line change. Tillsonburg will reset. 10 minutes to go in the first even. Bondarenko passes towards the slot. That doesn't reach the target. Tillsonburg still trying to keep up an attack. Flipping around. Sinden towards the slot to that one intercepted by Windsor. Now again passed alongside the boards, crossing from side to side. Aces trying to keep it away from the Hurricanes forwards. Here comes the attack up the ice. This time they go. Quick shot. Uplager covers it up, and we'll have an air face-off. And a lot of pressure being felt for these first 3 games so far for Zachary Uplager. Facing a lot of total shots, making his 3rd start of 2018-19. Last season playing for the Kingsville Kings. Having a strong run there. Face-off one, meanwhile, by Tillsonburg. Quick shot, misses the post. This rolls its way as it's going to be brought up by Coy Prevost. Now Gilbo, quick shot, bounces off the chest. Bondarenko tries to battle onside the boards. Back up with it is the ace, is Tillsonburg. Huge check party going on. Delayed penalty coming up. Shoving match in the neutral zone. Windsor Aces have the puck. And we have a whistle. And it looks like we might have offsetting penalties here because of a shoving match that happened in the neutral zone between Alex Sagers and Ivan Bondarenko. They're also going to send to the box on that play Coy Prevost. So it's going to be 2 in the box for the Windsor Aces, 1 for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. As that all happened just in front of the fan side here at 80 Knox Harmon Arena. Once again, Coy Prevost into the box now for the Windsor Aces along with Alex Sagers. To the box is Ivan Bondarenko. They continue to sort out the penalties overall. It looks like it will be a 4-on-3 power play coming up for Tillsonburg. First 4-on-3 power play of the season we've seen here in Windsor. Face-off won by the Aces. Tracked down behind the net by Smith as Tillsonburg will reset for the attack. 8:44 to go in the first. Rushing up the ice, pushed off the puck is DeMello. DeMello goes sliding. Goes into the stick now of Sinden. Sinden to the slot. Sinden flips it up. Bouncing around the crease. Uplegger dives on it as we'll have a face-off. Two minutes roughing is the official call for the penalty. Meanwhile, that triggered the power play with 1:37 to go on said power play. The box, though, has been opened up for the Windsor Aces. Going to said box will be Yaroslav Lokin involving that check in the slot. That one going against Sinden. It's already still a 4-on-3 situation now. But it's going to be an extra man in the box now for the Aces. They win the draw. Coming up with it, though, was Ruitt. Cleared back to the point. Quick shot goes off the boards. That time from Randall. Picked up at the point again. Back to Randall. Randall Deeks. Randall Rister. That one stopped by Uplegger. Kept in the zone this time, though, by Wilson. Wilson with the shot blocked. Aces still trying to clear it. Campbell flips it up. It's off to the neutral zone. 1:04 to go on the initial power play. Puck now cleared once again by the Aces after it's poked away in the slot. Skating backwards is Party. Party falls over. Skating with it now around and about is Zach Gilbo. Gilbo still has it. They pass it back. Now they clear it directly to Smith. Smith stops it back as we have 36 seconds to go in the power play. 7:26 to go in the first. Up the ice is Crawley. Crowley to the point. Slap shot, that one blocked. This goes back into the skate of the sticks, though, to Sinden. Sinden, slap shot, that one misses the mark. Back into the stick of Crawley. 12 seconds to go in the initial power play. That one poked away by Koval in the cross-ice pass. This shot, this time blocked again, goes back into the glove now of Crawley. Original power play is up. 5-minute major now initializing on the scoreboard. So right now it's going to be a 5-on-4 for the next 5 minutes. Quick shot. That one misses the net. Still inside the Windsor Aces zone. Still trying to clear it. Now they bring it up the ice. Up the side goes Coy Prevost. Prevost into the pads of Smith as he covers it up. We'll have a face-off. And it looks like Alex Sagers will be brought out of the box. Still one player will have to sit in the box for the next 4 minutes and 34 seconds for the Windsor Aces. 2-0 initial score with 6:27 to go in the first. Face-off won by Windsor. Tracked down by Prevost. Prevost behind the net, surrounded by Hurricanes. Randall gets it to the neutral zone as Gilbo tracks it down. He's got a trailer behind, feeling pressure from Brown rather. Able to clear it though with 6 minutes to go in the first. Randall will reset. Bondarenko will bring it up the ice, up the left wing. Skates to the slot, rockets its way with a pass. The quick shot, that one flipped up. And a round of applause again as Uplegger catches that one to draw the face-off. And quick apologies here as it looks like that in the past few moments there was the goaltender change to bring in Anthony Cruz to the game for the first time. Apologies for not knowing that quick sooner on as Anthony Cruz is the one in the net. Now it appears for the Windsor Aces. Both teams are reset right now. Uplegger on the bench. Face-off won by Tillsonburg. This one bounces its way off the boards to Wilson. Wilson from the point. Deflection misses off the boards. Another whistle drawn. And we'll have to see what the result is here as they bring this all the way back to the neutral zone. It appears at least all the way back to the other side, in fact. Either way, 5:40 to go in the first period in what has been an interesting one. 2-0 is your score as they'll face off in the Tillsonburg Hurricane zone. Face off won by the Hurricanes. Randall. Up the ice to Wilson. Wilson has it poked away. Gilbo towards the slot. That one poked away. Coy Prevo had the shot in the middle of the slot. Rolls all the way to the neutral zone. Up the ice, up the wing goes Sinden. Sinden with the shot. Corner pocket scores. And for the second time tonight, Griffin Sinden adds in a goal for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. It is now 3-0 for the Hurricanes. And a very strong start. Still 5:17 to go in the period. Still a 5-minute major to deal with for the Windsor Aces, with Zachary Uplegger now out of the game and with Anthony Cruz in the net. Face-off won by Tillsonburg. Still in the Tillsonburg zone as they reset. This will be brought up by Bondarenko. Bondarenko up the ice, up the left side, right side rather. Skates behind the net, flips it across the boards. He's pressed against the side, gets to the point. That one misses off the boards from Party. Crowley now has it. Saucer pass to the other point. Shot whiffed on by Party. Windsor will force them to retreat. 4:35 to go in the first. Tillsonburg back on the attack, calling for it up the ice. Meanwhile, is Riley Harris. Bondarenko with the shot, scores! Ivan Bondarenko continues his strong start to 2018-19 and makes it 4-0. Ivan Bondarenko has his now second goal of the game tonight. 2 apiece from the leading goal scorers heading in. And for a grand total of 15 goals for him in 2018-19, that makes it 4-0. Tillsonburg wins the face-off as the 5-on-4 continues. Calling for it on the wing is Randall. Bringing it into the zone this time is Crowley. Shot blocked, still bounces behind the crease. Setting up on the point is Randall. Goes to the other side, missing the pass to Brown. Brown flips it against the boards to Crowley. Randall has it again on the left side point. Back against the boards, gets it to Sinden. And a whistle called, as we'll have in our face-off, it looks like, as they continue to go for line changes here. This will end up being another penalty, as you can see, for Windsor because of that whistle. Mitchell Olsen has been sent to the box. After that call there, that's going to now make it even more interesting for Windsor. 2 Windsor Aces will now sit in the box. And it looks right now they continue to try and set things up. 1:55 is shown on the board for the power play, original power play. 3:48 to go in the first period. In a 4-0 hockey game for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes over the hometown Windsor Aces. Penalty is now officially up on the board. It's a 2-minute minor for the Windsor Aces. That will make it a 5-on-3. Randall goes off the pads that time of Cruz. Trapped inside the corner. Tracked down by Ruth. To Randall. To the other point. To the slot. Quick shot off the rebound. Sinden couldn't poke in the rebound as that one's quickly cleared. 1:30 to go and counting down for the Windsor Aces with a 5-on-3. Burning it up this time is Sinden. Skates by Campbell. Goes behind the net. Finds the man on the point. Finds Randell. Randell towards the slot. Still bounces around the slot. Gets in the stick of Bondarenko. Rebound. Quick pass. Doesn't reach his mark as it's poked away. Gilbo will skate in a circle. Cleared now by the Aces. 56 seconds to go on the power play for the 5-on-3. Tillsonburg will then have a 5-on-4 for an additional 5 seconds. 2:40 to go in the first. Bondarenko skates in a circle. Finds the man to the point. Bondarenko calls for it. Goes to the other side to Randell. Bondarenko waits at the top of the slot. Sindel towards the slot. That one bounces around. Bondarenko has it. Back to Randell. Randell with the shot off the left side boards. Bondarenko now tracks down the rebound. Back to Bondarenko. Bondarenko, slap shot. That one off the glass. Gets to Randell. 10 seconds to go on the power play for the 5-on-3. Kept in the zone by Bondarenko. Bondarenko loses the handle trying to get the wrister. That one flips up into the mesh and we'll have an air face-off. 2 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. 7 seconds to go for the total power play now for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Real quickly, we-tv.ca would like to remind you for future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. Face-off won by the Hurricanes. One player's out of the box for the Aces. Another one joins them on the ice. Has covered it up that time on the quick shot is Anthony Cruz. Pardon me, Zachary Uplager's been swapped into the game now real quickly after everything. As now Zachary Uplager back into the game with 1:45 to go in the first. This face-off won by the Aces. Poked around the neutral zone, tying up is Blokin. Gets it to the corner. Tracked down by Tillsonburg. Rebel. Now pass behind from right corner to left corner. From left to right, back to right. Going from side to side as Windsor tries to trap him. Now goes back to the neutral zone as Windsor resets. Approaching 1 minute to go in the first. Prevost gets it off to Sagers. Flying poke checks abound. Calling for it on the point is Koval with a huge check. Sagers knocked to his bottom. Sagers tries to pass it back. Tillsonburg on the rush. It's a 3-on-2 as it's poked away in the neutral zone by Koval. Sagers brings it up. Flipped up by Prevost into the mesh. And we'll have an air face-off with 41.2 seconds to go in the first. And it's been a very confusing one so far tonight. Zachary Uplager back once again inside the net for the Windsor Aces in a 4-0 hockey game for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Windsor playing their third of 5 straight home games to start 2018-19. Windsor Aces win the face-off. It goes all the way back to the neutral zone. Up the ice goes Sinden. Sinden with the shot, scores! And Griffin Sinden has the hat trick as that will make it 5-0 for the Hurricanes. Griffin Sinden came into tonight with 7 goals and 8 assists. Now he joins the double-digit club with Ivan Bondarenko now with 10 total goals in 2018-19. 32.5 seconds to go in the first as the face-off is won by the Aces. Windsor Aces trying to get some shots together. On the attack again is Tillsonburg. Bondarenko poked away. Bondarenko with the shot bounces off Uplager. Gilbo will bring it up the right side. Moves to the slot towards the faceoff dot, trying to get cross-ice pass. Zach Hardig was there, but missed his stick. Tillsonburg will just flip it up as that will lead to a face-off as that went up into the roof. 1.3 seconds to go in the first period, as it has been all Tillsonburg Hurricanes so far tonight on we-tv.ca. The Hurricanes came into tonight with victories over London and St. George, as they are in a great path to try and make it 3-0. The Tillsonburg Hurricanes lead 5-0 after 20 minutes of play from 80 Knox Herman Arena. Stay tuned as we'll be back after this short break. You're watching GMHL Hockey on we-tv.ca. Welcome back, everyone, to 80 Knox Herman Arena for more coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League. The Windsor Aces trail 5-0 after one period play to the Tillsonburg Hurricanes on we-tv.ca. I'm Justin Prince, and welcome back, everyone, for tonight's broadcast. So far tonight, Griffin Sinden has been having a dominant game, having a hat trick and an assist so far here in Windsor, Ontario. Ivan Bondarenko also has added 2 goals, with assists also being credited to Riley Ellitz, Mitch Randell, along with Dalton Brown and Caden Crawley. Right now, the Aces are looking to try and turn things around. They have brought Zachary Uplager back out for the start of the second period. They'll still face Raymond Smith, who has stopped a total of 8 Aces shots. 13 shots on net so far for Tillsonburg, meanwhile. Both teams are getting all set to go for the face-off as the clock resets itself to 20 minutes even as we're back underway from Windsor. Face-off won by the Hurricanes as they flip it up to the corner. Tracked down by Olsen. Chasing after now, and up the ice goes Zach Gilbo. Sagers passes it back to Gilbo. Gilbo off the left side. Pass towards the slot. That one bounces off the pads and goes into the stick this time of DeMello. DeMello will bring it up. Pass to the lawn. Goes back to DeMello. Knocked off the puck slightly by Sagers as Tillsonburg in the slot, poked away. The shot from Louis Rebel that time. As here comes the Aces. Icing being called by Smith, and we'll have a face-off just past 45 seconds into the first period. For the Windsor Aces, once again, as we mentioned once before, they are starting off this season with a homestand. 5 straight games. This is game 3 of that 5-game homestand. Their next game will be next weekend, September 29th against St. George. Then London comes down September 30th. Zachary Uplager covers up that quick shot to draw an air face-off. Meanwhile, with Tillsonburg after this matchup, they have a bit of a break until October when they're back at home for a back-to-back against Niagara-on-the-Lake in Northumberland. Puck bouncing around after the face-off as the Aces have it. Campbell to Gilbo. Gilbo bumped off the puck. Here comes Bondarenko. Bondarenko's knocked off the puck, tries to track it back down. Ellis presses an ace into the boards. Goes from point to point. Slap shot. That one deflected away to the boards. Uplager will cover it up the side of the net, and we'll have an air face-off with 18:45 to go in the second period. And for the Aces, the first time all season they have trailed in 2018-19. The Aces last season had won their first game against North York before going onto a losing streak involving 4 different losses to the Kingsville Kings. Face-off won by Tillsonburg. Quick shot off the side of the net that time from Wilson. This one will be tracked down by the Aces. Blokin tried to pass it back, still kept inside the Aces zone as it's tracked now down by Gagnon. Up to the neutral zone it goes. Tracking after it, Koval. Koval can't keep it up. Bounces off the mesh of Smith. Goes behind the net trying to get a second shot. That one bounces off the boards. Will not be icy as it goes underneath the stick that time of Languin. 18 minutes to go in the second period. Just 2 minutes into set period. On the attack once again is Sinden. Sinden goes behind the net. Tries to pass it to the point. From the point, Crawley misses the net. This time Randell on the boards. Bounces off the boards as this is cleared back to the neutral zone. Randall will go back inside with a pass. Sinden broken up by the poke check as Gagnon will pass it up the ice. That one off the back skates that time as it bounces around back inside Tillsonburg zone. 17:30 to go in the first period in a 5-0 hockey game on WE TV. Tracking it out, Sinden. Poking after it is Koval. Aces now try and clear it in. Kept and bounces, in fact, over Randall's stick. Here comes the attack. It'll be offsides as a stride and a half ahead was Yaroslav Blokin. And another face-off once again. This will be inside the neutral zone, just to the left side of the zone for the Windsor Aces in the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. As mentioned once before, Tillsonburg had 13 shots on goal in the first period, just 8 for the Windsor Aces. Tillsonburg wins the draw. Aces have the puck. That one bounces back into the Hurricane zone. Hurricanes set up for the attack. Passed up to Ellis off the glass. Poked away by Gilbo. Now up the slot, poking around. DeMello poked away, passes it off the boards. That one broken up and away by Olsen. Now pressed against the boards. This time is Olsen. Ellis around back. This one towards the slot. That one poked away. Ellis trying to call for it as that one, meanwhile, was intercepted on the pass. Wilson pressed against the boards. Chasing after is Bondarenko as Windsor clears it down. That will draw some icing as we'll go back to the Windsor Aces zone. 16:24 to go in the second period. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. Setting up for the draw this time for Tillsonburg will be Dalton Brown. He wins the draw. Sinden shot. Rebound misses to the left side of the net. Brown tries to keep it, and a player is down again. Another Windsor Aces player is down right in the center of the slot. Again, you never want to see a player get hurt. This time, the train staff coming out onto the ice, being led up by one of the referees, Ken Wilson. That would be Mitchell Olsen, who will be checked out by the training staff and take the short jog over with 16:15 to go in the second. Aces will go for a line change meanwhile and try and make some adjustments as Olsen, as you see on your screen, trying to skate his way over towards the bench area. Still trying to at least get a breather as he walks off to the bench. Chats with his head coach in Joe Burney Sr. and sits back down as we're back underway. Aces try and get it back out of the zone again. Tracking after it. Passed across again, alongside the boards. Gagnon's pass almost blocked. Koval now comes up. Passed across the neutral zone, missing and going underneath the skates of Blokin. Blokin presses a Hurricane against the boards. They battle for the puck. In the left side corner, they continue to battle for it. Coming up with it this time, it's gaining back as Walter. Bouncing around at the center ice. Brought up now by Brown. Brown, the shot, bounces off the glove this time of Uplager. Kept in the zone by Crawley. Lands into the glove this time of Uplager on the quick shot as we'll have a face-off with 15:26 to go in the second period. Coming into tonight's action, the Kingsville Kings, after 7 games played, are at the top of the standings very early on with a 4-3 record with the most total wins, with 8 total points on the standings. Niagara on the Lake with 3-1 record so far. Tillsonburg, along with Northumberland, also 2-0, along with Windsor coming into tonight. This one, meanwhile, Tillsonburg leading the attack still inside Windsor zone. Trying to pass it to the point. No one's there to pick it up. Tracking it back is Cameron Wilson. Wilson gets it all the way back to the other side. That will draw icing, and we'll have a face-off on the other side. That takes about 10 seconds off the clock. Windsor Aces coming in tonight had scored 13 total goals, allowed just 8 for the 2-0 start for them. Tillsonburg again 32 goals scored after scoring 24 goals against London to win 24-0 to start 2018-19. Quick shot from the point, that time blocked after the Aces won face-off. Aces forced to retreat back as Gulen. Blokin now. This one brought into the zone, and it is offsides by a country mile as we'll have a face-off. Zach Gilbo was all the way in the slot, and that draws the offsides. Both teams will quickly change up the lines again with 14:49 to go in the second. Alex Sagers will again move back to the face-off dot for the Windsor Aces. Griffin Sinden wins it for Tillsonburg. Bondarenko watches as this one's passed to the corner into the Aces zone. It goes again. Tillsonburg will go for a line change and keep up the attack. Ellis chases it, pressed against the boards this time. It's a poke check party, and coming up with it is Alex Sagers. Sagers Deeks gets it up the ice, off the boards it goes, passing it up to Gilbo as the whistle's drawn. And we will go back the other way for another face-off. In fact, a penalty, pardon me, drawn on the play, which is the said reason why there's the whistle. And it's going to be Riley Ellis, who is skated all the way back to the box. Riley Ellis now into the box. Now, this will be his 13th total penalty minutes in total for the season. 11 total penalty minutes coming into tonight for 2018-19. As they wait for the board to set itself for the power play, officially set for a 2-minute minor on the scoreboard. Last season, he led the team in penalty minutes, 101. As we're backing away with 14:16 to go in the second. Alex Sagers. Pass bounces off Gilbo rather. This one comes in the stick of Hardick. Hardick poked away by Crowley. Goes across the crease on the cross-ice pass. Quick shot by Glowin. Misses. Gulen couldn't hit the mark. Hardick will track it all the way back down. Windsor Aces on their first power play of the night. Tillsonburg quickly clears it. Goes back in the stick of the Aces. Gilbo. Now having it as Sagers back to Gilbo. That one bounces off the pads. Tillsonburg will flip it up to the sky and clear it. 1:15 to go on the power play. Sagers passes it back, gets checked. Now in towards the slot. Gilbo tries to pass it. That one bounces off of Blokin. Bouncing around the slot once again. This one cleared again. 1 minute to go now on the power play. 13:17 to go in this 5-0 hockey game. Has a huge check in the neutral zone. Here comes Gilbo. Gilbo, pass goes off the mark for the Windsor Aces. Tillsonburg will clear it again. Line change for the Windsor Aces. 13 minutes even in the second period. Zachary Uplager barely gets it off for the pass. Coming up with it with the puck is Tillsonburg. Sinden skates around and deeks his way but misses the shot. Aces get it back to the neutral zone, flip back towards Windsor zone, but hits a player. Now back to neutral zone. Sinden on the rush. 16 seconds on the power play. Sinden cross ice, sliding poke check, breaks that pass up. Zachary Uplager draws the face-off. Sean Gagnon was the one going for the sliding poke check to draw the face-off in the end to get it to the glove of Zachary Uplager. There's now 12 seconds left on the power play for the Windsor Aces. 12:32 to go in the second period here in Windsor, Ontario. And another quick face-off as Zachary Uplager quickly covers it back up with the glove. That burned just 2 seconds off the clock. Once again, 5-0 your score. Goals going to Griffin Sinden and Ivan Bondarenko so far. Aces watching this puck skate around. Campbell sees it go up to Koval. Up towards neutral zone. Passed on back. Here comes the Aces. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Nacholenko's shot bounces off the glove of Smith. Tracking it down and coming up into the slot. It's Colval. Colval can't get it off in the pads. This one flipped up by Guin, misses off the boards. Walter able to break it up and brings it into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity. Up the left side, going for the shot, bounces off the pads of Zachary Uplegger. Walter pressed against the boards and poked away by Guin. This rolls all the way to the other side. Randell passed off again to Walter. Intercepted by Nachalenko. Nachalenko can't get the stick back on the pass. Flipped back into the zone by Randell as it goes all the way back to the corner. Cross-ice pass bounces off the padding of Zachary Uplegger. That allows Tillsonburg to stop. Randell deflection goes wide. Bouncing around and behind the net. Skating around is Rebell. This one will go all the way back, meanwhile, into Tillsonburg zone. The Windsor Aces go for the line change. Randell clears it back into the neutral zone. Up the ice. Bondarenko skates around, poked away this time. Here comes Alex Sagers as the sticks go painting. 10:54 to go in the second in a 5-0 hockey game. In the Tillsonburg zone, passed up the boards. Bondarenko sees it as Wilson. Wilson's shot goes off the left side boards. Randell gets it back to Bondarenko once again. Passed up towards the slot. This one pushed on back by Hartig. Randell tracks it back down once again. Goes underneath the stick of one of the Hurricanes. Pushed again forward. Now tracked down by Gilbo. Gilbo patiently gets it back to the defenseman, to Campbell. Just over halfway through the second period. Bounces off the stick of Randell as they clear some space again. Goes back the other way again as that will not be icing, as that one was in the neutral zone on the pass. Goes back to DeMello. Back to Ellis. Ellis stolen away in the crease. Windsor clears it back to the neutral zone again, this time to DeMello. Up the ice, bringing it up and rolling its way to Zachary Uplegger as it's going to be another face-off, 9:39 rather to go in the second period. They'll draw an error face-off, as you can see, with Noah DeMello in the face-off circle for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Once again, Alex Sagers was set to go into the circle. Instead, it'll be Evgeny Nachalenko, who has been a very strong face-off man for the Windsor Aces. He wins another one for the season. Puck rolls all the way out, kept in the zone by Tillsonburg. Shot flipped up against the boards. This one intercepted again, trying to draw some space. Poked away, Gagnon. Up the ice, trying to pass it up, rushing down. Blukin poked away. Round of applause from the bench from his head coach, Jason DePaco, as this one will go back all the way to Smith. Tillsonburg resets for the attack. Ellis, cross the ice, flip to the corner to Sinden. Tracked around, pressed against the boards, that time is Brown. Pushed off the puck is Blokin as they still try and figure out who wants it. They have to retreat back to neutral zone as Randell. Back up the ice again this time. Sinden, the shot. Rebound poked away. This will roll all the way back to the Tillsonburg zone to draw the icing. 8:32 to go in the second. Once again, a 5-0 hockey game is your score for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Windsor Aces trailing for the first time in 2018-19 tonight in their first back-to-back, as you see here for the second period. Face-off about to get underway, and winning the face-off is Nachalenko once again. Gets it all the way back. This could be icing again. Will not be icing as Randell tried to get the stick on it. Brown passed on up. Intercepted by the Aces. Now intercepted by Crawley in the Hurricanes. 2-on-3. Quick shot caught by Uplegger. That will be a face-off. 8:11 to go in the second now, and Zachary Uplegger continues to stand on his head for 2018-19. Moving to the dot this time will be Sagers for Windsor. Tillsonburg wins the draw. Quick shot by Crawley. That one bounces around to the boards. This will be swung around. Pass to the point. Crawley. Call to the other side. Randell across the slot. That one goes off the chest on the shot by Bondarenko. Tracked up the ice now. Here comes Gilbo. Gilbo trying to go for the wrister. That one bounces off the pads. That will be a face-off. And Zach Gilbo with some acrobatics to make sure he didn't land on top of Raymond Smith. And Raymond Smith's been having a strong night as well, able to kick away a lot of shots off the pads as they continue to go and complete line changes with 7:42 in the second period tonight on we-tv.ca. Aces win the face-off. Shot goes off the boards. Alex Campbell passes it off. Hardig to Campbell. Campbell, the shot blocked. Pass across the slot goes against the boards. Aces still have it. And we have a whistle drawn as it's a delayed penalty, and it will be against, this time, it looks like it will be against Tillsonburg. Zachary Upwig will make the jog back to his crease, making the skate off to the penalty box this time. For the penalty this time, it will be Dallas Ruth. That will be the second power play now, coming up now for the Windsor Aces. For Dallas Ruth, that's his second penalty of 2018-19. Aces have the puck after the face-off. Tillsonburg will go on the rush. Trying to go for the shorthander. One-on-one opportunity. Digging around. That one bounces off both posts. That will not count for the goal with 7:09 to go in the second. Huge opportunity for Bondarenko as the scouts are wondering what just happened there. This one back into the Aces zone on the clear. Campbell trying to avoid Sinden. Gilbo. Pass back now. Tracked around to the right side corner. Gets it to Campbell again. Still looking for breathing space. Back towards the neutral zone. Still digging around with it. Sinden with the shot. And that puck goes up to the sky as we'll have a face-off. Took about 3-4 seconds to land back to the ice. 6:32 to go in the period, 1:05 to go on the power play. For all future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. The Aces have been having a very challenging one tonight. 5-0 is your score as the Tillsonburg Hurricanes continue to lead on the scoreboard. Aces win the face-off. Campbell will now help his team set up. Up the ice, poked away from Gilbo. Bounces off of Gilbo on the pass from Loken. Tracking on back is Randell. Cleared all the way back to the Windsor zone again with 43 seconds to go in the period. Campbell goes side by side now. Guin patiently gets it now. Blokin brings it up. Blokin on the charge. Blokin deked away. Nachalenko can't keep the puck on it. His stick. Gilbo now has the puck back in the neutral zone with 20 seconds to go in the power play. Nachalenko brings it up the right side. Quick shot bounces off the pads. Bounces up to the machine and draws the face-off with 5:40 to go in the second. And so far tonight, it's been a lot of action. Again, Windsor just their second total power play. And a lot of saves tonight for Raymond Smith, kicking off a lot of different shots tonight. The Aces have 2 total power play goals to Bryce Yetman and Martin Koval to their credit. Going to the point. Quick shot. Misses the net that time from Guin. Pressed against the board, Sagers. Bounces back over to Guin. Guin tried to get to a point. No one was there. Back to the neutral zone. They have to retreat. About to be back to 5-on-5. On the attack goes Brown. Brown dekes around to the right side. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as the quick line change happens. Alongside the boards, Brown was the one trying to flip it against. Tracked down by Walter as it's now picked up behind by the Aces. Up the ice from right side to left in the neutral zone. Hardig, the shot off the glass this time on the wrister. That one bounces all the way back to Alex Campbell into the stick of Guin. Intercepted on the pass. Bondarenko will bring it up the ice. Bondarenko off the post. Unbelievable. 2 different chances to get a hat trick for him tonight. Going to rise. The Aces bring it up. Gilbo skates behind towards the slot. Sagers flips it up. And it's caught into the lap of Raymond Smith for the faceoff. 4:30 to go in the second period. Both teams take advantage with line changes as Jason DePaco continues to see his team have a very strong game tonight. Going to the faceoff dot, Evgeny Nachilenko once again. Faceoff won by Tillsonburg. Bounces around, gets into the stick of Noah DeMello. Passed up to Brown. Brown off the boards and picked up back in the neutral zone again by Windsor. Cross ice pass. This one brought into the zone by Martin Koval as Koval has it passed off by Smith. Moved back into the neutral zone again by Tillsonburg to get breathing space with under 4 minutes to go in the period. Huge check in the neutral zone. Smith gets it off to his teammates again. Pass intercepted. Koval, quick shot, caught by Smith. Another faceoff drawn by the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. 3:45 rather to go in the second period here at 80 Knox Herman Arena, nicknamed the Pit by the Windsor Aces. In the faceoff dot now for Tillsonburg is Sinden. He wins the draw as he still tries to battle around. Whistle called as it looks like he'll stay at least inside that zone. Looks like the call might have been a high stick in terms of the deflection. That leads it back inside the Tillsonburg Hurricane zone. Nachilenko wins the faceoff, kept in the zone by Gagnon. Bouncing around, Blokin pressed against the boards. With the puck now is Wilson. Goes from side to side. Up the ice, intercepted by Gagnon. Skating around as it's moved back into Windsor zone by Bondarenko. Still bouncing around inside that neutral zone. Tracked now down this time by Campbell. Here comes Ellis on the charge. Passed across again and rolls and kept in the zone by Tillsonburg. Right to the slot. Cross-ice pass. Whistle called as that one's going to be covered up by the pads of Zachary Uplager. Windsor Aces will go for the line change along with the Tillsonburg Hurricanes as the action continues. 3 minutes to go in the second. Moving towards the faceoff dot. This time it will be Zach Gilbo who will get a turn. Winning the draw that time. Inconclusive. Aces have the puck. Sagers up the ice. Hardig will track it on down to the corner. Chasing after is Randell. Passed on back and intercepted DeMello. DeMello bounces around, kept inside the zone by the Aces. Moving across the slot. Sagers with the shot right into the lap again of Raymond Smith. And we have our face-off coming up with 2:36 to go in the second. A heck of a lot of shots in the second period here for this one. Total of just 5 goals, not a single one coming in the second period so far. Face-off won by the Aces. Shot by Campbell. Rebound by Sagers is blocked. Here comes Tillsonburg. It's a 3-on-2. They're going to just move it back into the Windsor zone. That moves all 5 of the players inside the zone. Aces, though, have the puck. Almost deflected away by Brown. Brought up the ice and moved off the puck is Gilbo. Gilbo gets it back to the Tillsonburg zone. Tillsonburg flips it up into the sky off the boards. Here comes Bondarenko. Bondarenko skates around. A cross-ice pass across the slot, missing the chances. Party. Ellis now has the puck. Tries to pass it back towards the top of the slot. Trying to bounce around as that's covered up by Zachary Uplager. He'll draw the face-off. The Windsor Aces continue to draw more line changes to continue to switch things on up with 1:50 to go in the second period. This will be drawn to the left side, of Zachary Uplager. Face-off won by the Aces. Puck ends up towards this point. Wilson clears it up. That hits the top of the meshing, the bottom rather, and draws the face-off. 1:44 to go now in the period, as with that one hitting the meshing, both teams will have to just skate around, take the quick breather, and set up for the face-off as they'll be kept inside the Aces zone. Face-off won this time by the Aces, picking up in the slot though. This one flipped up by Wilson. That one off the boards, tracked down by Wilson as it goes all the way back. 90 seconds to go in the second period. Bondarenko charges up the ice, gets the pass off to Sinden. Sinden towards the slot, bounces off the pads. Campbell will bring it now towards Blokin. Blokin loses the handles. Soft shot attempt trying to get the wrister. Bondarenko will pass it across. 2-on-1 opportunity. Bondarenko waits on the right side. Gets the puck. Soft pass. Tries to get the soft touch to Sinden. Whistle is called on the delayed penalty. It will go against the Windsor Aces as we'll have the face-off in a power play with 59 seconds to go in the second. Off to the sin bin this time. It will be the captain, Alex Campbell, to the box. For Alex Campbell, it will be for Campbell really his first penalty of 2018-19. Face-off won, and coming up with it is the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Randall at the point. Back to Randall. One-timer goes right to the net. Windsor Aces quickly clear it. High sticking is the official penalty against Alex Campbell from the scores table. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Bondarenko brings it up himself, flips it up off the pads, off the boards, and rolls around towards the point. Kept inside the zone, trying to clear it as the Aces that time going, gets it back to the neutral zone. Randall has it. 13 seconds to go in the second. Bondarenko with the shot, that one bouncing around. Rolls all the way back off to the pass to Randall at the point. 4 seconds to go in the period. That shot block. Tracking it down for one last gas. Quick shot. Doesn't reach the mark. That'll end off the second period. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. 5-0 is your score for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes as the Windsor Aces will try and close down the gap. We'll be back in just a moment. And after this short break, you're watching we-tv.ca. Welcome back, everyone, to 80 Knox Harmon Arena for more coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League. Right now, the Tillsonburg Hurricanes lead 5-0 after 2 periods of play over the hometown Windsor Aces. I'm Justin Brentz here to lead you through the next 20 minutes of play here for this third period. 30 total shots on goal on net for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes so far tonight. The Windsor Aces just hit the net 8 times in the second period to make it a total of 16 shots on goal through 2 periods of play. Face-off one to start off the third period by Tillsonburg. Randall passes it across to Ellis. Ellis will bring it up the left wing. Flips it across the boards. Off against the corner. This one rolls towards the point to Brown. Brown gets it back towards his teammates again. Tracked down by Windsor. Saucer pass goes alongside the boards and will go against the boards. Will not be icing. Dallas Ruth passes it up towards the side. Randall off the boards, gets it to Sinden. Sinden has to retreat back to neutral zone after the poke check. Approaching 1 minute into the third period. Remember, this is a power play situation for the next 10 seconds after the penalty with about a minute to go in the second. Windsor Races continue to try and clear it. Tillsonburg will reset. They will get ready and face 5-on-5 hockey. Bondarenko goes behind the net, still dekes around, gets it to the point. Ruiz, that one gets its way back to Bondarenko. Bondarenko with the shot, that one blocked. Bondarenko with those couple shots deflected around. Randall skates around, dekes around, passes off the boards. Back to Randall. Flipped off the goaltender and Uplegger. Still kicking around in the slot. Windsor still kept in their own zone for the past minute. Passed along the boards after a quick line change from the Aces. Gagnon gets it across. Here comes Gilbo. Gilbo. That one bounces off the side of the net. It'll be covered up by Raymond Smith for the face-off. About 2 minutes into the third period here on we-tv.ca. Once again, I'm Justin Prince here for tonight's coverage. The Tillsonburg Hurricanes have been dominant offensively so far in terms of shots on goal, with a hat trick for Griffin Sinden so far. He is now off to the penalty box, as you see up on your screen, to give the third power play for the Windsor Aces now tonight. Windsor Aces win the face-off. Quickly tracking after it this time is Wilson. Pressed against the boards and clearing it this time is Rebell. Campbell has to push back. Minute 45 to go on the power play. Tillsonburg flips it around. Windsor still trying to get their first shot of the power plays. That one flips up into the benches and will draw a face-off. 17:39 to go in the third period. A minute 35 to go in the third period. Here on this beautiful evening in Windsor, Ontario, the Rose City. Nachitolenko trying to go into the draw face-off dot for the Windsor Aces. He wins the face-off and flips it up the boards into the Hurricane zone. Tracking after it and clearing it quickly are the Hurricanes. Uplegger passes it off, trying to track that one down. Was DeMello on that rush. Tillsonburg has it again back in their own zone. Quickly clears it back again. Tracked down again by Campbell. About a minute left to go on the power play. Campbell brings it up the ice. Still charging up the ice. 3 different poke checks from Lee Rebell. That will draw a whistle and a 5-on-3 coming up. Louis Rebell was the one tracking up. Had 3 swings of his hockey stick to draw the whistle before the check. And that will draw the 5-on-3 for the next 57 seconds. 17:01 to go in this matchup. For the Windsor Aces, this is their best shot all night so far to get on the score sheet. Down 5-0 to the visiting Tillsonburg Hurricanes. They're still shorthanded as well tonight after earlier on this evening. Mitchell Olsen went down. He has not been on the ice so far since then. Face-off won by Windsor. Puck bouncing around at the point. Gilbo lightly passes it. Goes to the other side of the rink. Now back behind the net. Gagnon tries to set up at the top of the point. Gagnon gets it on the right side. Saucer pass to Gilbo. Gilbo right shot. Bounces around, blocked inside the crease. Tillsonburg trying to skate around for the clearing attempt. Still skating around in circles is Bondarenko. Bondarenko able to clear it this time. 20 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. 1:20 to go on the overall power play. Gilbo skates it up the side. Sagers comes up for the trailer. Gets to the point. Guin. Flipped up that time from Campbell as that will draw the face-off. 2 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 with 16:06 to go in the third. Couple different players getting ready at the edge of the box. Get ready to get back to 5-on-4. It'll be 5-on-4 for the next minute and a total of 3 seconds as we're back to 5-on-4. Mitch Randall will clear it down quickly. Tracking after it is Noah DeMello as a whistle's drawn. Gonna have an air face-off here after that quick plays. We'll go back the other way. Tonight's officiating crew once again is Ken Wilson, Dave Feddick, and Tim Brooks. This is the second game today they are officiating for today. They also called tonight's game in Kingsville. Setting up on the point after the win face-off. Nachelenko flips it up off the side of the post and bounces to the corner. Gilbo to Nachelenko, poked off the puck. Ruin, here comes the breakaway. Big chance for DeMello. DeMello takes, stopped by Uplager. Uplager draws the face-off after stopping it inside the padding with 34 seconds to go in the power play. 15:35 to go in the third period. Once again, 34 seconds to go on the power play. You see there, watching upon is one of the fans watching across. The training staff was discussing stuff with the said person in that shot. Once again, Mitchell Olsen not in the game now after going down in the second period. Windsor Aces have the puck after the one face-off. Sagers will help bring it up. Cross-ice pass off the board, still in their own zone. They'll go for one last charge of the power play. Sagers trying to track on the pass off the boards. Sagers keeps it in the zone. Campbell tracks after it. Passed on back by Sinden, and that draws a whistle as it looks like it might have tracked against a bit of the meshing. We'll have a face-off. 8 seconds are left on the power play after the quick past 20-plus seconds. As Gilbo will go for the face-off, try and give Windsor another quick shot. Gilbo wins the draw. Gilbo shoots it quickly, bouncing around the crease. This one deflected away. Gilbo still trying to get it. Nachelenko has it. Nachelenko with the shot covered up by Smith. And a huge, energetic moment for the Windsor Aces, as you can tell there, to get it to 15 minutes even. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way, in that span. A huge moment for Gilbo. Face-off won by the Aces. Shot from the point, kicked away by Smith. Gilbo kicks it off the boards. Bondarenko gets it off, skates up the ice again. Pass the neutral zone to Ellis. Ellis checked against the boards. Sinden tries to pass it towards Bondarenko, still bouncing around the crease. Uplager is able to draw the whistle again, a draw and air face-off after a total of 22 seconds on that rush. Both teams will take advantage with a quick line change here. That will allow Gilbo to go back to the face-off dot. New defenseman back in now for Windsor. Campbell around the boards after the face-off. Loken pressed against. Here comes Sinden. Covered up quickly by Uplager as he draws the whistle. And he knows Griffin Sinden has been having a strong offensive game. A hat trick and an assist on one of the Bondarenko goals tonight. Face-off won again by Gilbo. Koval skates it up from the corner. Gets it across the center ice. Here comes Hardig. Hardig dekes around. Gets a quick shot kicked away. Passed off the boards. Just misses going to the bench from Ellis. Ellis gets it across neutral zone. Tracked down by Koval. Pass intercepted now by Bondarenko. Sinden will skate around the dots. Missing this time, Uplager. Kept inside the zone on the back pass by Rebel. Passed it to the slot. This shot deflected away off the top of the sticks. Bondarenko had a huge opportunity as that Windsor Ace was pressed against the boards. Here comes Gilbo. It's a 2-on-3 as the whistle's drawn. And we'll have an air face-off. Offsides was called on that play. 13:39 to go in the third. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Aces. The Aces will now follow the puck as the Tillsonburg Hurricanes won the faceoff. Whiff pass. Battling alongside the blue line. Moved up in the neutral zone now by Randall. Randall will just kick it off towards the corner. Allows his team to make the charge into the zone. Brown. Back behind the net, tracking after it is Walter. Aces now have the puck once again. Pass goes off the mark. Tracked on behind by Wilson. Wilson will feel the trailer for Nachalenko as his pass flips up into the meshing. And we'll have a face-off at 13:04 to go in the third. A lot of up and down hockey here tonight. Here for the third game of 5 home games to start 2018-19 for the Windsor Aces. They'll finish off their homestand to start out the season against St. George in London next weekend. Aces battling for the puck as Tillsonburg flips it back to the neutral zone. Gulen will track it down. Huge tangle up for the line change for Tillsonburg. This allows Gilbo to rush up the right side. Gilbo dodging his way around players. Poked away. Here comes the Hurricanes. Pressed against the board, Sagers now enters the poke check party. Rebel able to flip it on back. That draws the whistle as we'll have icing. 12:33 to go in the period as it goes all the way back into the Tillsonburg Hurricane zone on the icing. That was icing because that was kicked around for the battle for the puck and moved around the center ice line. Nachalenko wins the faceoff for the Windsor Aces. Hardeg's shot blocked. Nachalenko shot. He scores! Ibajani Nachalenko has his first goal of the night for the Windsor Aces. It's 5-1. And the fans have been waiting for something to cheer for tonight at 80 Knox Sherman Arena tonight. A huge goal for him, his first goal, his first point of 2018-19 on the shot from the slot. He'll quickly move towards the face-off dot with 12:27 to go in regulation. A new puck will be brought in from the scorers table as they'll be flipped up. Making the quick catch on the reflexes, Anthony Cruz, as the face-off will be drawn by Tim Brooks. Face-off won by the Aces, goes all the way back to Uplager, who kicks it off. Campbell off to Koval. Aces now on the attack as Segers in the neutral zone. Goes across, Smith kicks it away. Rings across the corner, Hardeg. One player's bouncing around inside the crease. Hurricanes now have it. Here comes Sinden. Comes up. He's poked off the puck. Bonchinolenko, huge chuck against the boards. That was Ellis rather. Bonchinolenko has it. Bondarenko goes for the shot off the pads. Rebound, Ellis tries to battle. Windsor comes back with it. Koval can't keep the stick on it. Tangled up was Bondarenko. No whistle on that. Both teams' line changes coming up. Windsor forced to retreat to avoid the offsides. Bouncing around, Blokin. Blokin around the corner, that one flips. Poke checking it, that time is Gilbo. Tracked on back behind, across the crease. Picked up again, this time by Wilson. Passed up the boards by Tillsonburg, as that will allow them some breathing room to complete the line change. There is a piece of some tape from a stick on the ice that is skating around one of the face-off dots in the Aces zone. Skating around in circles, Bondarenko. Bondarenko passes back to the point. Quick shot, Randall, shots blocked. Kicked away by the Aces, as Alex Campbell will pass it across to Sean Gagnon. Up to Gilbo. Gilbo up. 3-on-3. Broken up. Tillsonburg gets it back. 10:30 to go in the third in a 5-1 hockey game. Hurricanes lead by 4. Make that 5 as he scores. Griffin Sinden with goal 4 of the night. It's 6-1 for Tillsonburg. And Griffin Sinden, who was the leading scorer for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes in 2017-18, continues to put the puck into the net tonight. It's 6-1. As if the score sticks, it would be the first loss of the season for the Aces. Tillsonburg will move to 3-0. Tillsonburg has won the draw. Tillsonburg missing the opportunity on the pass to the neutral zone. Koval across to Campbell. Campbell pressed against the boards as it's flipped up to Nachidolenko. Nachidolenko dekes around to the side, flips it up off across the boards. Loken to Campbell, deflected, gets off the pads, bounces back to the corner. Kept inside the zone by Koval. Koval flips it up. That shot blocked. Gilbo can't get a quality shot. Gilbo slides around inside the slot. This still battles around. Now Randell has it. Randell across, up the ice this time goes Randell. Rebound with the shot. That one going to draw the face off as that one goes up to the meshing. For the Aces, this is the most goals allowed in 2018-19 so far. Previously, the most allowed was in the home opener and the season opener against the Tottenham Steam in an 8-5 victory. That was last weekend. Aces have won the faceoff. Hardick tries to clear it alongside the boards. Gilbo chases it down, battles with the puck with Wilson. Wilson now comes back up with it as Windsor sets on back up. Campbell, shot blocked that time by Brown. Party has Wilson get back with it. Wilson brings it up. It's a 2-on-2. Ellis calls for it. Wilson skates behind. Teammates reset to the point to Party. Party has it go to Ellis. Broken up across the slot as that goes into the stick of Hardick. Here comes Nachidolenko. Nachidolenko slap shot off the glass. Rebound chance, still bouncing around. Smith's out of the crease. Smith gets it off the crease, still bounces around. And he's able to cover it up. Are you kidding me, Raymond Smith? Raymond Smith still taking a breather after that crazy play. 8:48 to go in the third, by the way, in a 6-1 hockey game. Only the one goal allowed so far in 2018-19. Nachidolenko wins the faceoff. Shot from the dot goes all the way to the boards. Here it comes Sinden. Saucer pass all the way up the ice. It goes to Ruth. Ruth to Sinden. Sinden to Ruth. Back to Sinden, poked away. Bondanenko goes across the ice. Here comes Randell. Randall off the pads. Picked up by his teammates. This one intercepted on the pass. Bounced around the slot. Covered up by Upplager. And he will have another face-off. 8:14 to go in the period. Once again, we'd like to remind you, for all future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. Tillsonburg wins the draw. Aces able to break it on up. Battering around, still trying to get back to it was Bondarenko. Able to get back to the stick of Sinden. Sinden off towards the side. Ruith towards the slot. That one covered up on the quick shot from Bondarenko. And Upplager continues to stand on his head despite the 6 goals allowed tonight. As he'll watch this face-off again. Zach Gilbo unable to win it for Windsor. Bondarenko, quick shot, bounces off of Upplager, goes across to the point. Setting up on the point. That one shot blocked from Wilson. Windsor in a poke check Party, that one flipping up. This one moved down to the zone by Gagnon. Here comes up the ice Sagers. Sagers knocked off the puck that time as Sinden moves it across to the corner. Tillsonburg keeping up the attack. Bondanarenko down to one knee on the poke. Delayed penalty coming up on the play. We got a fight. 3, 4, 5, 6 players going for punches. Bondanarenko was swinging big time. And all the officials breaking this one up. Ken Wilson, Dave Fedek, and Tim Brooks. Ivan Bondanarenko loses his helmet in the process as well. Remember, there was a delayed penalty coming up against the Windsor Aces. Bondanarenko instead will now go to the box. Multiple gloves and sticks on ice now after that one with 7:23 to go in the third. Both teams, regardless, will have to send some players to the box. Losing the gloves in that one, you see picking up Langouin, Zach Gilbo amongst the players among the scuffle. Once again, your score 6-1 with 7:23 to go in the third. And as everyone takes a quick breather, everyone helps each other find their own sticks. As now there's a little bit of discussion from Jason DePaco's side for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes as they continue to sort out who has to go to the box. Right now, the Hurricanes have at least 2 players in their box with 7:23 going in the period. Right now, the referees making sure of everything. Ken Wilson and Dave Fedek after all the scuffles. Windsor will have Langouin to the box at the very least. Stepping out in and out of the box was Griffin Sinden, trying to make sure some messages to get to his team's coaching staff as they continue to jot down who has what penalties now after this one. Once again, to lean towards the upcoming schedule for the Windsor Aces, they will take on St. George on September 29th. The puck drop for that will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time against the Ravens. The Ravens also off to a pretty good start. Meanwhile, they will then take on Sunday at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the London Lakers. The London Lakers so far are 0-5-1 heading into tonight. That puck drop once again, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on September 30th. Catch both of those games on we-tv.ca. That will end off a homestand before Windsor goes on its first quick road trip October the 5th to take on St. George once again. For the Tillsonburg Hurricanes, they will end up going back towards Tillsonburg. Once again, have a bit of a break and play October 5th and 6th against Niagara-on-the-Lake and Northumberland. Those games will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, respectively, in Tillsonburg, Ontario. Then they complete their homestand, a 3-game homestand against the London Lakers on October the 12th before they head back on the road to take on Port Colborne in Niagara, I should say. Take on Niagara in Port Colborne, Ontario. All those puck drops once again September the 30th on October 6th, 12th, and 19th, respectively. As they continue to sort things out here after the scuffles and fights here for this play, we'll take a short break here for tonight's action. You're watching Windsor Aces hockey in the Greater Metro Hockey League on we-tv.ca. Welcome back, everyone, to we-tv.ca for more coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League. As things continue to get sorted out, there are 2 5-minute majors to the Windsor Aces side. An ejection at the very least for Ivan Bondanarenko, as you see now on your screen. There's also a 2-minute minor mixed in as well for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. So a total of at least 2 minors for the Windsor Aces. 1 player sitting in the box for the Aces, 1 for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. Once again, an ejection for Ivan Bondanarenko. So in this 6-1 hockey game, it's taken a very dramatic turn as they continue to clear things up along the officiating table, on the scores table rather, with 7:23 to go in the third period. Right now, at the very least, it will look to be a 3-on-3 situation for this game for both the Windsor Aces and the Tillsonburg Hurricanes. I'm Justin Prince. Welcome back to the 80 Knox Herman Arena, by the way, as you continue to see the scoreboard now up on the screen. They continue to sort out. Alex Campbell checking things with the officiating crew tonight As you can see, 6-1, a 6-goal added in this third period. That one going towards Griffin Sinden. And the first goal in point of the season for Ivajani Nachilenko in total for 2018-19. They've changed one of the majors up on the scoreboard to a 2-minute minor. Now, as it originally, like mentioned before, was 2 5-minute majors for the Windsor Aces side. So that will now be a 5-minute major for one player apiece. So one player apiece is gone. 2 players, a piece for each team, are now in the penalty box for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes and the Windsor Aces. That is all coming after a huge fight. Ivan Danenko was a part of that fight. Windsor Aces also losing a player to said fight. They also had one player go down due to injury in the second period in Mitchell Olsen. It's to the point where with this game, you want to get through as quick as can be with the 6-1 score. They continue to finish up the clarifications. Alex Campbell discussing things with the benches now, in fact, with Tillsonburg clearing things up as he's the captain for the Windsor Aces. We're back under play after about a 5-6 minute delay at Enoch Sermon Arena. Going up the ice is the Windsor Aces. In the Windsor Aces zone, rather. Right now, going up the ice now, Sagers. Sagers broken up and poked around. This one cleared back into the Tillsonburg zone. Dallas Ruth is the one who is credited for the 2-minute minor for roughing involving that scuffle. Alex Sagers will bring it up. Alex Campbell loses the handle of the puck. This is going to draw another whistle with a player down hard after collecting the boards in Campbell, as it will be another face-off. 6:23 to go in the game, and as it looks like here, we are off to a running clock. When it comes to the running clock, if we can, right now, as they continue going for the face-off, the GMHL allows a running clock to happen if both sides agree to roll the clock. That is the case now here as we are off and away with the clock with 5:55 to go in a 5-goal game for Tillsonburg, as Louis Rebel has it in the Windsor Aces zone. Towards the side, Randall. Randall poked away by Sagers. Here comes along the side, Campbell. Campbell, big shot. Pass to Blokin, broken up. Covered up quickly. We'll have an air face-off. Coming out of the box, meanwhile, with this rolling clock, it looks like they're going to switch out Zach Gilbo out of the box. 2:53 to go in terms of the majors for fighting. About 1:46 to go for the rest of the penalties on the rolling clock. About 5 minutes to go in this third period. It looks like they're going to shift over Riley Ellis towards one of the boxes now as they continue to clear up the line changes. Alex Campbell comes back out on the ice, and they've shifted now to 4-on-4 hockey with a player each being sent out of the box. They're now going for a redraw with 5:01 now, and the clock has now been stopped. And now it looks like people are asking for clarifications again. Now setting up for the face-off as the clock will roll back up and away with 5:01 to go. Tracking after it as Uplegger passes off to Campbell. Campbell waits in his own zone. Right now the clock is actually staying stationary as it's been about 30 seconds. Clock now officially rolls. Shows about 4:50 on the scoreboard. Should be about 4:20 to go in the period. Sagers alongside the boards in the Hurricane zone. Pressed down alongside the boards. Coming up with it now is Ruth. Ruth charges up the ice. Approaches Campbell. Root stops, pops, shot is blocked. Second shot kicked away by Uplegger. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third. This one pressing now, Sagers checked against the boards that time by Ruth. This will be skated on up. Knocked off the puck is Gilbo. Tracking up after it is the Aces. Sagers to the point. Campbell waits for clear after the clear. Tillsonburg will try and clear it, and we got a whistle right before that attempt as the clock now rolls on forward with 3:52 to go. We'll have another face-off as they now both teams will go for line changes. We'd like to remind you for future broadcasts and games of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Aces. And the reason for the stoppage, as you can see, another penalty in a Shippy game. Joining the penalty box club tonight is Keegan Crawley. So that makes it now a 4-on-3. As we're back underway, Aces win the face-off. Gagnon at the point. Back across the ice. Sagers waits, goes off the side of the meshing. One-timer opportunity on the rebound by Koval whiffed. This one goes towards the slot. Quick shot off the glass. 3 minutes to go in the third. Sagers to Gagnon. Gagnon, the shot kicked away. This one bounces around. This one to the corner. Tillsonburg will try and clear. Caught by Gagnon. Able to keep it on size, but having to retreat because Koval was still a skate ahead, it looks like. Tillsonburg will now try and pass it on up. 11 seconds to go with the players still on the board for some of the penalties. 2:30 to go in the third. Gilbo has it after the quick kick away by Uplegger. One player out of the box now for Tillsonburg. One more still in the box. Bounces around the crease. That shot goes off the backboard. Tillsonburg will take it up themselves. Ellis has it kicked away. No call on that possible trip, as that was Koval going for a slide with 2 minutes to go in the third. 1:55 to go as the Windsor Aces go for a line change. Both teams just trying to crawl this one down. Sinden kicked away. Ellis trying to get it in the slot. Gagnon will pass it up to Gilbo. Gilbo checked against the boards. Passes it against the ice along the blue line. That will be offsides as Gagnon was still on the other side. That will draw some line changes in the face-off with a rolling clock under 90 seconds to go. 6-1 is your score with just approaching a minute to go in the third period. The Tillsonburg Hurricanes will move to 3-0 for the 2018-19 season. Windsor Aces will drop their third game of the season, followed to 2-1 before their final two games of their homestand. Aces originally won the draw, but Tillsonburg gets the puck. Less than a minute to go in the third period. 80 Knox Harmon Arena. Wilson. He's just going to hold on to this puck as they skate around and around and around in their own zone. Wilson will now bring it up. Charges up. Poked away and flipped back by Blokin. This will go all the way back to Ruth. Ruth tracks it behind the net. 26 seconds on the clock. Windsor Aces not bringing a lot of pressure. Ruth playing games with Nachidolenko. Ruth forced to bring it back out. He'll stay behind the net. 13 seconds to go. He still tries to get around from Nachidolenko. Nachidolenko says, I'm going to press you against the boards. 5 seconds to go in the third period. Poke check party will end things on off, and that will do it. The Tillsonburg Hurricanes win tonight's matchup 6-1 over the hometown Windsor Aces. It was a chippy one for sure, but a very strong offensive game tonight for the Tillsonburg Hurricanes from Griffin Sinden and Ivan Bondenenko. They moved to 3-0 in the 2018-19 season The Windsor Aces fall to 2-1 with their first loss of the season. They have 2 more home games to look forward to, though, before they hit their first road trip on October 5th and the 6th. Those games against St. George and London once again. You can see both of those games on we-tv.ca. Once again, your final score, 6-1. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Aces. With that, for the rest of our crew, I'm Justin Prince saying so long from the Rose City and have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time from 80 Knox Harmon Arena.